we finally got the Harrier EV before we got GTA 6. Yes, Tata has launched the brand new Harrier EV at 21.5 lakh rupees ex-showroom introductory, and that is the base price of the base persona, and say it'll keep on going up. We don't have all of the variants pricing, which should come out by the end of the month, and say similarly deliveries will begin soon then. So what exactly is the Harrier EV packing now? We'll find out in this video. Now, we've already seen this design and concept version lots of times. In fact, it has been shown at 2 auto expos already. So it looks fairly similar to the ICE Harrier. The difference is obviously being in this grille region over here. So not a lot has changed. And even from the side, when you look at the car, the only differences that you'll notice are the larger 19-inch alloy wheels, which are sort of similar to what you find on the Curve. And even at the rear, Tata could have done a little bit more besides the badging to make it differentiate from the standard or the ICE Harrier. But there is one cool thing on the rear, which I'll explain once we get inside the cabin. Now, the cool thing that I was talking about, yes, it gets a camera on the roof of the car so as to display everything that is behind you on the inside rear view mirror. That inside rear view mirror is actually a screen. Now it will double up as a screen once you start loading the boot up to the brim. So even after you run out of say 502 liters of storage space that you get when both of the rear seats are propped up, that say allows the driver to see even behind him unobstructed. Also, this doubles up as a dash cam. So when you are say sort of involved in an accident of sorts, this will help you when you're claiming say insurance. Now let's hop inside the cabin. Now there are large screens and then there are large screens like this one. This is a 14.53-inch touchscreen. Now what is special is that it's not the larger that we've seen fitted to a car, but this promises to be one of the most crisp ones ever, because this is the world's first Samsung Neo QLED screen, and the interface, while it's simple and say similar to what we've seen on other Tata cars so far, it gets the usual smattering of features, connected tech and whatnot. Plus there is another cool feature, which is not a 360 camera but a 540-degree camera. So you get the usual surroundings over here as such, but you will also be able to notice what is happening beneath the car. So when you're going off-roading or when you're in say tricky conditions, you'll be able to see what exactly is that you are traversing on. Furthermore, there is a screen here, there is a screen there, and all the touch panels here, well, these are not physical buttons but sort of these touch elements, which I do not quite like, because when you're driving, it will force you to divert your attention to say fiddle around with them and get to know them. And even the say the buttons and such are on the smaller side. Now will it actually hamper the driving experience? Well, we'll get to that once we get to drive this car thoroughly. Furthermore, you get a wireless charging pad over here, Type A, and a 45-watt Type C charger. And this selector button over here, well, this is for terrain modes, 6 terrain modes as such. Plus there is also the boost functionality, which will propel the Harrier EV from 0 to 100 kmph in just 6.3 seconds. And the range on offer, a phenomenal claimed range of over 600 kilometers in ARAI. So realistically, you should expect anywhere between 450 and 500 kilometers on a single charge. And the rear seat experience, since this is not a born electric vehicle, it is sort of adapted from an ICE, hence the floor is flat and you will find it to be a little knees up. But the cool feature here is that it gets boss mode, especially if you are going to be chauffeur driven for majority of the time. So there is a button over here which will help you push the seat forwards, backwards, and even adjust the inclined position. Now let's get into the basic electric powertrain of the Harrier EV as well, because this car is offered in two battery pack options, 65 kilowatt hour and 75 kilowatt hour. Now on both of these you will get it as a rear wheel drive, but for the quad wheel drive or the all wheel drive system you will only be able to get it in the larger 75 kilowatt hour battery pack. And prices for that we don't know just as yet, but with the quad wheel drive system you will be able to harness all of the 500 plus Newton meters as well as close to 400 bhp on tap, which will help the Harrier EV reach 0 to 100 in just 6.3 seconds. Top speed, well, they've not yet given. How is the performance of the car? We'll find out once we get it for a first drive. So that is the Harrier EV for you. There is lots and lots more to decipher and decode about this car, which we'll do so in our first drive. So what exactly do you want us to cover in that? Do let us know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and share this video, subscribe to our channel, hit the bell notification icon, and please always wear seat belts when you're out on the road. Thank you so much for watching.